less than 2 years ago, 7 friends found themselves out of work and without homes. The reasons that brought each of those people to that sad point vary, but here they were, together in a common spiral downward in life. Desperate but hopeful to reclaim their lives, they collectively pulled together enough money to rent a small building in a rundown part of Metro Denver. This rundown building had previously housed a daycare for dogs and had been left in horrible shape. The doggy daycare had been evicted several months before and had left almost everything behind in a hairy, horrid, smelly mess. The owner, badly in need of some rent, allowed them to rent the space for temporary shelter. He warned these 7 friends that the building was zoned only for a business and that if they were caught by city officials living there, he would disavow his knowledge of their plan. Although it was truly embarrassing and demoralizing, they played the only cards they had left and signed the lease. And so, 7 adults, along with 5 little kids and 2 dogs, moved in. They spent weeks throwing out mountains of trash, scrubbing every inch of the place, and cleaned up the unspeakable gifts left behind by the previous K-9 tenants. They dedicated themselves to dealing with an infestation of giant rats head on, and as they began to tame their environment, they used the small rooms previously built as overnight kennels for dogs as tiny bedrooms. Over the next few months, they worked odd jobs, cooked meals on hot plates, shared one shower, and hid from city officials who had started to suspect their illegal occupation of the building. Each evening, they put the little kids to bed and would have long conversations about how to fix their common plight in life. These conversations began to evolve from how to survive to what they all truly wanted their lives to look like. Eventually, their common passions and individual skill sets led them to believe they were uniquely wired to start a business together. Perhaps it was the fact that they all had gotten hooked on Marcus Lemonis' TV show, The Prophet. Maybe it was the fact that from the bottom of life, anything becomes a possibility again. Whatever the reason, these 7 friends arrived at a few life-changing ideas and the questions that came along with them. Could they build a business? Could they do it together? Did this frustrating place in their lives hold the seeds to help them grow into a successful social entrepreneur? Could people with no college degrees even learn enough to succeed in the very harsh and unforgiving marketplace? Could they become the type of business owners and builders that would use their success to help their community, country, and the world? For all of them, the answers to those questions were worth pursuing. And so late, one snowy night in Denver, in very humble and messy circumstances, a decision was made. A dream was launched in 7 hearts. That night, the ideas and seeds for Denver Outfitters and the Dream Lab were born. Over the past 2 years, this little group of friends sacrificed, found creative ways to get educated, created jobs for themselves and many others, and began a journey to help young people and succeed in building a business valued in the millions. My name is Cortland, and I was actually one of those 7 people living in the abandoned doggy daycare. I'm happy to say that through our evolution, we all have been able to move into more traditional and legal homes. But the feelings we had during that hard time and the lessons we learned along the way have instilled in us so many deep core values. These values have governed our company's culture as we've grown bigger and bigger. It's impossible for us to separate how we got from there to who we are and who we will become. We succeeded by helping each other. We learned to question everything along the way and found that creativity is available to everyone if they search hard enough. We found tools to educate ourselves without having to pay a cent for that knowledge. We believe in helping our fellow man and treating people fairly in everything we do. And of course, we're firm believers in the art of extreme persistence. We are much more than a rapidly growing company with great products and awesome employees and passion for our customers. We are people who have had the same ups and downs everyone experiences in life. People who have been defined by our rivers we've had to cross. We learned early on that there are no perfect roadmaps for true success in business or life. Every rule established has been bent, broken, or changed by someone who succeeded differently. But what we have found helpful was people's stories, the lessons they learned, the hunches that paid off for them, and even the missteps they made. And so we decided to build our company and brand with openness, explanations, and our own stories. Some were great successes and others were embarrassing mistakes, but all of it is useful in some way. Throughout our website and social media platforms, you'll find many videos, writings, and communication explaining how we got here. Every day, we are working on getting more up so our narrative comes into focus. We intend on being crystal clear on why we do what we do and the goals we are attempting to reach. In just these first 2 years, we've been honored to assist other startups and hopeful entrepreneurs with information and knowledge we've learned along the way. This has given us a passion to help small businesses grow and become all they should be. And so, as you begin to look a little deeper into the soul of Denver Outfitters and Project Dream Lab now, we hope you become part of our story. Feel free to ask us questions and we'll try to get you real and authentic answers. Enjoy getting inside these behind-the-scenes look into our company, brand, mission, lives, passions, and dreams.